All right, YouTube, we're going live once again on a Saturday night. Auburn just completing their fourth win of the season over Texas A&M in Kyle Field, winning that game 28-20. We'll go ahead and let everybody kind of chime in. Want to give a shout out to All About Auburn, the Facebook group on Facebook that I'm a part of. Hopefully, those guys can get in tune as well. We won't be very long here tonight. I think this was a great win for the Auburn Tigers. A lot of imperfections still. But you know, I think this is a great win for Auburn. I think this is a great win for Gus Malzahn, because I think this is one of those wins, like I talked about on a YouTube video that I did earlier today. I thought this is a game that one of the types of games that Gus Malzahn has to win. War Eagle to everyone that's tuning in tonight. We got about 11 in the room. If you feel, you know, compelled to do some super chat, they have the super chat option where you can leave a donation. If you do, great. If you don't, that's great as well. War Eagle to everyone tuning in. I think, you know, when we look at the perception of Auburn, we look at what Auburn has moving forward, this was a game that Auburn absolutely has to win, because when you look at Auburn against of that nature, this is definitely a game that Auburn absolutely has to win, because, you know, you really put yourself in harm's way. If you lose to Texas A&M and then you mess around and lose to Mississippi State, then you get to the point where you're in desperation mode, and you definitely don't want to go to desperation mode heading into Death Valley at LSU, and then going having to face, even though you're facing Georgia at home. But these guys are pretty good. We're going to see them tonight against Notre Dame, and we're going to really see, you know, how great this Georgia team really is. And Alabama's continuing to roll, and LSU is continuing to roll. They rolled up about 66 points against Vanderbilt. So this is just one of those must-win games. You know, I just, you know, Auburn just really has to get to the point where they're continuing this momentum. Of course, Bo Nix is continuing to improve. Gus Malzahn is continuing to put Bo Nix in a position to be successful. No turnovers today. He made some great decisions today. A couple of bad throws, but the thing is, Auburn was in a great position to be successful, and they performed very well in Texas A&M, getting out of there with the win, coming back home next week against Mississippi State. And, you know, it continues to build the momentum. Now you get to a very manageable part of the schedule. Mississippi State is a team that Auburn can definitely beat. Florida is a team that Auburn can definitely beat. And it seems like what was a gauntlet of a schedule is becoming more and more manageable as time permits. I think Gus Malzahn has put this team, and all of the coaching staff has really put this team in a position to where things are getting more and more manageable each week. No, I don't like the fact that the game was 28-20. I think it could have been worse. But guess what, guys? A 28-20 win is way better than a 28-20 loss. So I think Auburn, as they continue to develop and continue to you know, get better and put it, and see, it's all about creating opportunities. When we think about the 2013 season, all they did was continue to create opportunities. You lose to LSU, but you continue to win on out. You continue to take advantage of the close games. You continue to put yourself in position to be successful. When you win a game like this against Texas A&M, you know, that's creating an opportunity. And it's also an educational opportunity, because Bo Nix has now won a game in a quote-unquote hostile environment. They were loud. I will give them that. They were absolutely loud at Texas A&M. And Bo Nix responded very well. Now, here's the X factor, guys. Guess who I really like? I like Joey Gatewood. I like the fact that Joey Gatewood comes in and he does exactly what we need him to do. He's starting to, instead of putting Boobie Whitlow in the Wildcat situation, we're starting to put Joey Gatewood in the Wildcat situation. And guess what that does? That opens up a lot of options. Because usually when you put Boobie in, you just have the option to run the ball or maybe run the jet sweep. But when you put Joey Gatewood in, it opens up a broad a really broad base of play calling options for the Auburn Tigers. So here's the good thing. Going into the stretch, dead in the middle of the stretch, SEC West Gauntlet, Mississippi State coming up next, you definitely have to really, really, really get Joey Gatewood going as well, because I think he's going to be a factor moving forward. Bo Nix is absolutely playing well. He's making some great decisions. No turnovers. Lost an opportunity, fortunately, with Harold Joyner early, not losing that fumble early. That helps, because if he loses that fumble early, you may or may not be talking about a different game. But nonetheless, going back to the video that I made right before this game started, Auburn absolutely had to win this game. I think, Gus Malzahn was in a position that this is one of those games you can't lose. And this is why, I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. This is why Gus Malzahn consistently was on the hot seat, was because of losing games like this. As a matter of fact, he was almost in a position to where he would have lost this game in the same manner that, say, he lost to LSU in the past. Down 20, 1-3, giving the team an opportunity to come in and win late. But I like the fact that Gus Malzahn and his squad and his staff sealed the deal to, really, really get this thing going again for Auburn and put Auburn in a great position. You're talking about Auburn, when the Sunday rankings come out, could probably be the number 6 team in the country. These guys are really good. I think they play very well defensively. The linebackers for Travis Williams, I thought coming into the season, Travis Williams was going to be faced with one of the most challenging situations that he had in his career with all new linebackers, but these guys are performing lights out. Auburn wins this game, guys, 28-20 over Texas A&M. I told you guys that Kyle Field is not the hostile environment that people thought to be. I thought Auburn would be fine in this particular game. They played very well, controlled the game for the most part. I would like to see Gus to continue to keep his foot on the gas, but at this point of the season, as Bo Nix and all of the guys are continuing to get their comfort levels in this season, just get the W, baby. And that they did. 4-0 Auburn Tigers ranked in the top 10. Hell yeah. Once again, it's Kennard Vernon Stewart here for the podcast talking Auburn football. And always is great to be an Auburn Tiger, but especially tonight with a SEC win on the road against Texas A&M. As always, on Vernon Speak Sports, go ahead and like this video, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Always great to be an Auburn Tiger. War damn Eagle.